Hello, this is Mohammed Bindira, and in this video I'm going to review labor questions from the exam 2 by using spreadsheet. So first question, determine the total labor cost based on the provided information. And this question gives us adjusted labor hours equal 147 and weighted average burden wage rate equal 35.95. So to find total labor cost, so we're gonna do equal we're gonna multiply adjusted labor hours by weighted average burden wage rate, then we're gonna get 5,284. That's the total labor cost. The second question, determine labor hours for the following work type for concrete footing. So in this question give us the historical protective rate and the protective factor and amount of work to be completed. So we want to find labor hours, so we're gonna multiply the historical protective rate by protective factor by amount of work to be completed. So the labor hours is 35.69, so that can equal to 36. Okay, so the third question, determine the historical protective rate for the following work. He give us concrete masonry unit, and he give us quantity of work, labor cost, and labor hour, and he want the protective rate. So to find the protective rate, so we're gonna use this equation. So we're gonna labor hours divided by quantity of work, so we're gonna get 4.33 labor hour per square foot. Okay, the fourth question, determine the weighted average burden wage rate for the following crew. So the question gives us the quantity, the bare hourly wage rate, and labor burden. So first we need to find burden hourly wage rate. So that means we're gonna this one plus labor burden, and we're gonna do the same bare hourly rate plus the labor burden, and the third one is the same, so we're gonna barely hour wage plus labor burden so to find the total labor cost per hour, so we're gonna go with quantity, multiply it by burden hour wage rate, and the same thing, we're gonna go with the quantity multiply it by burden hourly wage rate. So now we get the total. So we need the total all of the quantities. So to find the weighted average burden is equal the total divided by the total of a quantity. So 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 2 7. So we're gonna divide it by 7 to get the weighted average burden wage rate. So it's $36.8. So the 5th question, determine the productive rate for the work productive below based on the cycle time analysis. So in this question, give us the type of work, average cycle time, truck capacity, crow, productive factor, system efficiency. So to find productive rate, we're gonna use the formula 7-4. So first, let's find the average cycle time multiplied by productive factor multiplied by crew size. Average cycle time multiplied by productive factor multiplied by crew size. Then we're gonna find the system efficiency multiplied quantity per cycle. System 32 multiplied by quantity. So the quantity is 15 tons. So to find productive rate, 21 divided by 48, it's 0.04 labor hour per ton. So last question. You have been assigned to develop a price proposal for the labor on a small project. What is the total labor cost for this project? So the question gives us the cost code, description, quantity, units, labor hours per unit, and labor cost dollar per hour. So first we need to find labor cost for each one. So to find for each one, so we need to multiply the quantity with labor hours per unit and multiply it by labor hours dollar per hour. And we're gonna do the same thing for each. So now we got total labor cost for each. So now we want the total labor cost equal sum so the total labor cost is 21,260.67, and that's it for the labor questions from the exam 2. Thank you so much for listening.